Hey. This is Jared back again with you for another video in our series, pretty much for music creators with day jobs, just to encourage you, to inspire you, to go over just some things that I've gone through in my life. So this video is going to be about a post that I saw, actually a post that seemingly looked like it was encouraging music creators, and it was. But the post kind of had, I forget exactly what it was, but had somebody holding signs pretty much encouraging music creators and artists, producers, songwriters. And one of the pictures in the post, it was about one of those posts with 10 photos in it, and you had to swipe. One of those posts was pretty much saying, pretty much, oh, forget the day job that sucks up all your time and energy. And that caught me off guard because, I mean, one, I've been there. I've been there as a music creator. I've been there, feeling like, man, I wish I had time to make more music. I wish that could be what I did all day long. And if there was one thing that I could do all day long and make money from it, have a career out of it, what would that be? It would be music. But especially with the times that we're living in, with streaming and low rates and different things like that. But even aside from that, I want to share something that my dad always told me. And it's not an either or type of thing, especially as creatives, but even in life in general, it's not an either or type of thing where it has to be one or the other. We can do ourselves a great disservice by thinking that way. I know I've done it. So I just want to share a little bit of that with you, just to encourage you to say, especially if you're working a day job currently, and if you feel like, man, I never have any time for music. One, I've been there. Two, there's many creators who feel that way, but flip it. Really, really hone in on what that means for you and how that can actually empower you, creator with the day job, to not only hone in on the times that you can create music, but don't wallow. When you're at a job, don't wallow in the fact that, or in thinking that, oh, I'm at a job currently and I could be making music. That's true. But think about the things that having the job is empowering you to do. Think about those things. Number one, having a job is a blessing, right? Because there's many people that I've seen many posts, many people looking for jobs, going on numerous amounts of interviews and not getting any callbacks or anything like that. So think about that. Be grateful. That's number one. Be grateful that you have an opportunity to make an income, to put a roof over your head. If you have a family, to provide for your family, to be able to open that fridge and see food in it, to turn on the water when you wash your hands and have it be hot. Think about those things. We don't think about those things. So be grateful. I think that's number one thing, is be grateful that you have the job to provide. Second thing I would say about it is, consider, because you have a job that's not music, or that's not music creation, because you have a job that's not involved with you doing something to make your music creation make money and that be your living, there's no pressure there. There's no worry there. Now, there's two ways this can go, right? Because you'll hear some people, and I've heard people say, and it's true, pressure makes diamonds. If you're in a time crunch, or if you feel like there's people that kind of operate in an interesting manner, or that really thrive off of that. Oh man, sometimes procrastination, right? So if people get their backs against the wall, then they can really shine. I'd say don't lean on that too much. There are people, and you may be one of them. You may say, you know what, I'm going to take this risk, considering the responsibilities that I have, or the lack of responsibilities that I have. I feel like I can make this jump. I can make this leap and go full on into music, having no backup plan, having no parachute, right? There's people that do that. I would say, again, this is all opinion. This is all my opinion. This is all just what I believe, what I think. So you're going to have to take this with a grain of salt and ultimately go through your own filters and say, okay, is this the important decision for me? Because I did not desire to do that. I didn't desire to do that. I remember, and stop me if I shared this before, but you can't because this is a video. So I remember when I was 18, 19 years old, and I thought that, okay, this is the lifestyle that I want to have. This is the career that I want to have. R&B, pop, artist and writer, and do the tours and things of that nature. And then very early on and very quickly, I realized, this actually isn't what I want. I actually don't feel fulfilled in that way. Um, and I want to be able to do it on my own terms. I think that was important for me. So I had to pivot. I said, no, I don't want to make this jump to it's either music or nothing. I was like, no, I can be satisfied. And this is in Christ. I'm a believer, so I can be satisfied without this. Uh, I still want to do it though. So what does that mean for me in the life that I wanted? I wanted a family. I wanted to be able to come home and hear laughter and joy and just do things. So that meant I had a choice to make. Could it be go ahead and take the leap without a parachute and go, or you know what? Now I need to take care of responsibilities. I'm going to get a job, and I'm going to be able to have it be what funds the things I want to do in music. I flipped it. I flipped it. I could have very well said, "Oh, woe is me. I got to get a job just to provide for my family, and I'm not going to have any time for music." Guess what? If that was my posture, if that's what I was thinking at the time, I wouldn't be doing music right now, because I would have been living in shame and wallow, and I would have been doing that, not having, oh, I can't create, I don't have any time. No, there's time, because there's 24 hours in the day. You work about 7.5 to 8 hours a day or what have you. If you get a little overtime, 9, 10 hours or what have you, there's pockets of time you get to decide. Do I want to wake up an hour and a half earlier and work on the things that I can work on so I got it done? Or after work, do I want to just rest a little bit, watch a little TV, just chill out for a little bit, and then maybe work on an hour and a half, 2 hours of music? You have those options. So don't think that you don't. I understand, and again, I've been there, that there are certain jobs that are extremely draining. And if you work those jobs, it is extremely difficult to have energy to do music. I fully understand that, and I've been there. So just a couple of tips and pointers that I would just share with you, if that's you. Just two, and then I don't know, this may be a shorter video. Who knows? You guys know I like to talk. One tip is find a job you're actually interested in. Find a job you're interested in. Keep it simple. You don't have to think, oh, I just got to take any job out there. No, you don't. Find something that you're interested in. With me, what I did, this was back in 2011. In 2011, I love the tests. I love online. You can take personality tests and what you like to do and things that I love those tests. And a lot of them are free. Don't pay for those. But a lot of them out there. But if you do, it's wise investment to keep it and understand more about yourself and what you like to do, what you don't like to do, things like that. But I had taken an assessment. I've taken a good amount over the years, 2010, 2011. And I started writing down, well, based upon that and what I like to do, what type of job do I want? And so I remember writing this down. Like I like advising people, clearly, right? I like giving advice. I like sharing. I like talking. I like helping people, And so I would put those parameters, or advising or helping or things like that, in Indeed. I think that was the one at the time. And there's multiple job sites. There was Monster, I think, at the time. And I would see what would come up. So that led me to a temp agency for a call center. Call center for health and benefits. And it turned out to be the job that I would go on to have for the next 9 years. I worked at a place called Mercer in health and benefits, answer the phone relating to people needing to enroll in medical, dental, vision, things like that, explaining benefits during open enrollment and things of that nature, because I liked helping people. I had no idea what it was about, but got trained, learned. After I think about 9 months or so, 8 to 9 months, I got hired on permanently. And then I ended up staying with the company for 9 years. I loved working for that company. But I had to quickly understand at that point in time is that, okay, well, now I have a job that I like to do. I'm still spending 8 hours right away from music. But guess what? This is what was bringing me in a consistent income. It was bringing me in consistent money. Therefore, I didn't have to worry about, okay, my rent or my mortgage that we bought a house 2013. I didn't have to worry about that. That's covered. Car note covered. Groceries covered. I'm not expecting or needing to work on music or to go perform or to go do this and that just to survive and just to be able to make ends meet. Now, again, Some people enjoy doing that and enjoy that kind of rush. And if you're single with no responsibility, that's absolutely a choice that you can make. I would highly, highly encourage and recommend that if you have responsibilities, if you have a wife or husband, if you have kids, they are your primary responsibility. Let's get that. Oh, that may be a whole nother video right there. They are your primary responsibility. Okay. So don't get so caught up. Cause again, I've been there too, right? Even in, let me pivot a little bit. Even in working a full-time job, knowing that things are covered, I'm provided for my family, bills are covered, things like that. Okay. Well, now I still have music, right? That hour and a half or 2 hours prior to work or after. But consider this as well. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but consider the fact that it shouldn't be work and then just straight up music or solo on music. Okay, good. I'm done with working. Let me go 4 or 5 hours in to get the stuff done that I couldn't get done when I was at work. I've been there. I've said those things. This is why I'm sharing this. You don't need that because your family needs you. And so you want to ensure that you keep the appropriate things in balance and keep the main thing. Your family first. Family first. If that means I can't get some music done for a couple of days because I want to spend some time playing video games with my family or just sitting watching TV, doing devotional, what have you, okay, then we're going to do that. And music takes the back burner. These are some hard things. Now I'm 39 years old now. So I've had, I've been living this for a while, but I want to share this because I know there's an 18-year-old or 24-year-old or 27-year-old here that's going to hear this. It's like, I've been where you are and I felt those things, right? So I'm telling you now, looking back, ensuring that you have those appropriate, that you have the right mindset, that you're thinking correctly in that regard. Because you could say, if you said, oh, I gotta work on music as long as I can in order for music to replace my job. I've been there too. But hold those things in balance. It's not either or, it can be both and. What if you decided today, you know what? This is my career. This is what I do. I work in this capacity, doing, whatever it is, housekeeping, health and benefits. I manage a McDonald's, gas station attendant, whatever it is, whatever. I'm a lawyer, whatever that is. Hold that in balance. That's what you do. You can also be a musician. There's many people that do it, but not a lot of people talk about it. Because a lot of the things, at least when I was coming up, a lot of the videos and books were geared to the artist going after it all, or the producer going after it all, or the songwriter going after it all, being in writers' rooms and like a constant thing, like you had to pick. And well, I got to pick up a shift here just to make sure I'm making ends meet, but I want to get back to music. Not me. And again, I'm just trying to encourage anyone who finds themselves in that situation of struggle, of feeling like, dang, nobody's talking to me, because that's what I felt. Nobody's talking to me who has a day job, who still likes doing music or loves doing music and wants to do it and wants to make an income from it, but wants to do it on their own terms. Right? Not feeling like, oh, I got this email from such and such, and I guess I got to do it because this may be the open door. No, use wisdom, utilize wisdom, be smart about things. We don't jump without wisdom. We ponder these things. We pray about it. If you're a believer, you definitely pray about these things and seek wisdom, get wisdom. So that's one. Find a job that you're interested in. If you've been at your job now, really, really take stock in it, really to have an assessment done. Do your own self-assessment. Like, hey, what do I like about this job? What don't I like about it? Can I find something that's more fulfilling that I would love to give my time to serve in a certain area? Right? I have a skill set. It's not just music. God's given me many abilities. I have a skill set that I can utilize and serve and help people in a certain way. Let me do that for some time and allow that to be what makes my money. So that this Saturday, I just finished recording a Christmas song that I'm doing. It's April and I'm recording Christmas songs. We do it early, to get ready for film and TV pitches and stuff like that. But I was able to do that one Saturday. I've been working on this song for 2 years. Started producing the song in September 2023. Now, I've done other songs in between that, right? So it's not that's the only thing I've been working on. No, but going back to it and putting different things and hearing it differently. And so I finally got around to recording it, and now I'm in the mixing stage. But hey, because I can. Because guess what? The equipment, you can't see it, but the equipment that I have behind me or behind the camera, I bought it with the money that I got from my job, right? You hold those things together. You hold those things together. So I really hope that encourages you, that aspect of it. So find a job that you're interested in so that you don't feel like, oh, I'm drained. Find something that you're interested in. Tip 2, if you cannot do that, if you can't, or not cannot do that, but if you happen to find a job and you're like, well, I don't really enjoy doing this, don't really enjoy doing that, consider seasons of life. Okay, consider seasons of life. I had seasons of life when I didn't have any kids. Had season of life where my kids were young and babies. Now I have season of life when my kids are almost all teenagers. Seasons, man, seasons of life. And so consider that this season of your life, it could be a year. And you say, you know what? I don't want to spend years working at a McDonald's or working at the library or teaching elementary school. I don't want to spend a lot of time doing that, but let me go do this for a year. Set a time limit, set a timer. I'm gonna go do this for a year, commit and devote myself, and then revisit. You can do that because guess what? During that year, you're making money. During that year, you've made that decision to decide, hey, I'm gonna put some parameters on this thing. This isn't my whole life, but let me do this so that my stuff is paid and then I can pick and work around a schedule with music. I can do those things. You can do those things. Okay, so I encourage you to do that. Either full on, this is a job that I love to serve in, and I don't mind doing this, and I would like to do this for years on end and until God calls me to do something else, or I don't really see anything that I want to do. So you know what? Let me decide what more, or ask what my skill sets are, and say for about a year, could be 2 years, could be 6 months, but I would say a year, because that way, after that year, you can reassess. Maybe you like the job a lot now. And if you look back and say, man, how much more music, I've been there too, how much more music can we get done when we're not worried about the bills being paid? Come on now. Be honest with yourself. Because I know if I'm honest with myself, when I was there was about a couple seasons in my life where I said, let me go full on with music. I remember the most recent, and I say recent, it's 2025 now. The most recent for me was 2009. That was the last time that I kind of full on went, okay, it gotta be music or nothing. No, I take that back. In 2020, I did that for like 5-6 months, but that was in a transition period. So, but 2009 was a period I remember. Let me try. I want to go full on with music. That's when I'm trying to pitch to artists and hoping that something catches on and gets placed. And I'm praying that, Lord, let this be the one that takes me, so that I don't have to work anymore. Things like that. That was the last time, because after that, I had a mindset shift. And during that time, I'll be honest, as much as I felt like I needed to do music, I don't want to say the joy wasn't there, but it started to feel like work. Why? Because if I didn't do this, then I'm not going to be any closer to making an income from it. So it really wasn't a choice anymore. It was, I have to do these things. I have to do it. And so for me, that was a bit discouraging. For some people, it might not be. But at the time, again, I'm already starting to build my family. So that was discouraging for me. So again, say all those things. So I think what I would encourage you to do after this video is to, well, unless you go watch another video, take some time to take like 15 minutes. Start with 5 minutes, then go with 15. Set a 15-minute timer on your phone and assess where you are right now. Where you are right now in terms of working or not, and where you want to go in music or not. What do you really want to be doing in music? You have to make that distinction. If the goal is, I want to be writing for major artists, then you're really going to have to understand the inner workings of all that. And then you have, the networking and this, or finding an artist at the beginning stage. Like there's ways that you can do that. It's going to take time, energy, and work like anything. But if that's what you want to do, pick the avenue to do it. And know, especially if you have responsibilities, that you want to, how can you hold that in balance with ensuring your bills are paid? How can you hold that in balance, ensuring that you're still holding down a job so that you're not being threatened with eviction, or you're not getting behind and falling into debt on things? And so that you, hey, you know, I want to buy a new microphone because the one I've had for 15 years is scrappy or crapped out. Well, having a job allows you to do those things. So that's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm just trying to share with you encouragement and inspiration and a little bit about my journey so that hopefully it can help you. All right. So that's the main thing I kind of want to share today. We're at about the 20-minute mark here. And that was pretty much it. If you have ideas or questions, or videos that you want to see, topics you want me to cover, please let me know. Please leave it in the comments, because I want to keep doing these videos for you. And only as I kind of think about things and think back over my life, I'm like, okay, what should I share? But please do that. Spend the 15 minutes, take some stock, and make that decision and be encouraged, because you can do it. Somebody needs to hear your song. Here's where we end it. Somebody needs to hear your song. Somebody halfway around the world who will, if you're obedient to your gift, if you're, whether you're writing or recording or what have you, that song that you want to release or that you want somebody to record, whether you have to hire somebody to do it or whatever, somebody needs to hear that song, because nobody will write it like you. Nobody will produce it like you. Nobody will sing it like you. Nobody will have the type of emotion that you'll have when you record it or when you have somebody record it to give somebody direction. Nobody. I can't. My stuff sounds like my stuff. Your stuff sounds like your stuff. All right. So be encouraged with that. Somebody needs to hear your perspective and how you do it. So be encouraged. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of the day. Take that 15-minute time, and I will see you in the next video. Please let me know what videos you want to see, what topics you want me to cover, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.